up. I'm lost again. I'm giving up. I'm barely but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time in bars and I get lonely, and I run around with my love and with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Oh yeah. I'm drunk again, and I'm all alone. What is this place? Where is my home? Power's out, and I have no phone. And I'm breaking out, and I'm shaking out. It's system overload. I barely eat, but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time in bars, and I get lonely, and I run around with my love and with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Oh yeah. Barely eat, but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time at bars and I get lonely, and I run around with my love and with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Yeah! I barely eat, but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time at bars and I get lonely, and I run around with my love and with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Yeah! As soon as we get money, oh yeah! Well, as soon as we get money, yeah! As soon as we get money, oh yeah! Well, I'm still chubby.
Hello, 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 everybody. This is Dick Rickles here. Welcome to Stupid Dumb Animals. The primary way you should be spending your Saturday night. Saturday? Yeah. Oh, man. So, one thing I wanted to cover that the link that I had for it, the link I had for this particular story is now like expired. It's whatever. It's null and void, non-existent, 404. And it was that today was the day that Bob Saget was supposed to be performing in West Palm Beach. And he's not anymore. I hope not. I hope they haven't figured something out. I hope they haven't figured out how to make that work. Oh, man. That would be pretty cool, though. A weekend at Bernie's Bob Saget stand-up thing. I feel like that would be pretty cool. Oh, man. I'm starting to stream regularly enough that YouTube is, like, pushing me in a weird way. So, like, now if you type in Dick Rickles in YouTube, it's way easier to find now. So, that's fun. That's always fun to know. That I'm getting promoted. That part's nice. Man. Got a good friend of mine in the chat. Mooch. Good man. Best man you can imagine. Well, I mean, like, you know, there's like philanthropists and stuff, but he's aight. I have a bunch of videos to watch today. The reason that I wanted to cover the Bob Saget stuff so much is because when I was on Facebook and Reddit and stuff like that, and I saw that the show was coming up, the comments in all of those posts were all like super negative and super about how like Bob Saget is a super raunchy comedian and his comedy is actually pretty dirty, and don't you mistake him for good old Danny Tanner, gonna be all wholesome and stuff like that, like in Full House. Nope. His stand-up and his humor they are pretty dirty. The both of them. Pretty dirty. It's kind of... It would have been interesting to see how Bob Saget's show would have played out, given the Dave Chappelle controversy that happened recently. That would be interesting to see how that all played out. Like if he made some off-color jokes or something like that, or off-color remarks, like how would it be handled? Like how would his take on things be taken, and would it be taken differently just because he's a different, however you want to call it, different style of comedian than Dave Chappelle? Because I feel like Bob Saget's stand-up a lot of the time was just sort of like stories and stuff like that, whereas like Dave Chappelle kind of has like a philosophy aspect to his stand-up and such. I should have gotten a drink. I can feel myself already wanting a drink. But whatever. Doing producer stuff in the background of the show. Aw. I got another friend of mine here watching. Oh, goodness. I got more friends watching. This is nuts. The audio stream's current bitrate is something. See, this is what I was worried about having a bunch of stuff open at once. This is what I was worried about. The good news is, though, is that I know which ones I want. So I can come back to those later and keep the stream condition good. Thank you guys for being patient while I do producer stuff in the background. Get one. Are you okay with that? You know what? Yeah, alright. I'll get one. I should play something, though. I don't want to play Dominic again. But, I should get a drink, huh? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. You know what? Yeah, alright, I'm gonna get a drink. But, like, really quick. Ow! Alright, I'm back. It's my little sister in the chat. Not by blood. She's my sister of another mister. Oh, goodness. Hair. Long ass hair. Hair's getting real long now. For those of you that know me, like, personally, I guess, this is pretty long now. From what you probably remember, as most of you that know me personally haven't seen me in a good while. I don't know how long I was off camera, but it felt like way too long. Got a vitamin water because, you know, streamers share what they're ingesting on stream. All right. I'll reside. What was another thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, right. I watched the new season of Squidbillies. I was kind of not watching the new season of Squidbillies out of protest because I didn't like that Unknown Hinson the original voice of Early Kyler, was canceled. Well, I mean, he was fired from his job, so that's about as canceled can get. But what's it called? He got canceled because he said some like kind of offensive things on Twitter aimed at Dolly Parton. And you know, the fan base of Dolly Parton is gonna, you know, come to defend her regardless of how the situation looks. They're just gonna be like, Dolly's in trouble. Gotta help Dolly. But so after he said his stuff on Twitter, he didn't apologize for it. Oh, wait, who? Unknown Hinson. His name is Unknown Hinson. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can play a song by Unknown Hinson on here. I'm pretty sure I can play a song by Unknown Hinson. I don't know how heavily copyrighted his stuff is now. I'll say that much. Is Unknown Hinson is a artist. Well, you know. Here we go. Here's a good one. Yeah. Unknown Hinson is an artist, country music artist from Georgia. And he is quite the character. You know? Just quite the character. He was the voice actor for Early Kyler on Squidbillies, the main character squid guy. But after he got fired, Tracy Morgan was the replacement voice actor, and a lot of people kind of, I don't know, didn't know what to expect. I was surprised as well, but you know what? Honestly, the more I was watching the season, I decided to give it a shot because it was just like we'd watched the other episodes to death, and it was time for something new. And I kind of figured like it was just time to give it a shot and see if I liked it or didn't like it, you know? So I watched it, and I liked it. Tracy Morgan as Early, he's certainly not the person I would have picked to play Early, but you know, he's who they picked, so whatever. But his accent I thought was going to be a big thing because he's from New York, and people from New York don't sound like people in Georgia. So I thought that was going to sound a little bit funny, but he played up a voice of some kind for the show, and I think he did okay. Like, his voice wasn't inappropriate in the setting of the little town, and I kind of like that there was this sort of like tongue-in-cheek running joke that was happening, where it was like, look, I am a left-leaning black man, or I guess I'll say voice actor of color, who is now going to be making these same offensive jokes. Let's see you guys get upset at that. And I thought that was kind of a cool stance to take on the whole thing. Just like, look, see, you guys aren't really offended at this material. This material has been presented to you time and time again. It's just now certain people are saying these things, and you disagree with those people being the people saying things, and so you want to get those people replaced, and that's just, I don't know. That just feels like a hollow gesture. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really care about what Early was saying, and you probably don't even really care about Unknown Hinson being this way. It just kind of, you know, you want something to rally behind, and that something to rally behind this time was, hey, this old obscure dude in Georgia, he should get fired because he called Dolly Parton a slut. And, you know, if that's what you think, that's fine. I'm just saying that, like, you know, be honest and be like, it's because you talked shit about Dolly Parton, okay? It's not because I care about what you said. It's because you talked shit about a person that I like online and or on TV and in music and stuff like that. So, you know what? It's just, I'm just going to complain about some other thing that you did instead of just being honest about it and being like, don't you attack my Dolly. Not Dolly Parton. And I love Dolly Parton. Don't get me wrong. Love Dolly Parton. I wish it wasn't her that he insulted. I wish it was just some random person online. And then that would have been fine. That would have been fine. Oh, man. Here we go. Here's a song by Unknown Henson that gives you an idea of, like, his sense of humor. What is less likely to get me in kind of trouble? Here we go. I'm gonna have to, like, talk through this so that it's considered fair use. Hang on. There you go. Ba-boom. Alright. So this here is Unknown Henson. Part of his getup is oh man, I forgot you can't see the cursor. Oh well. This is Unknown Henson. Part of his gimmick is that he's got vampire teeth on the bottom row here. And you know, that's fine. But a lot of his songs are provocative and have funny lyrics to them. But yeah, this one is called Polyurethane. You'll see what it's about.
I like the way that you don't talk.
Oh yeah.
I like the way that you don't walk.
She don't walk.
I like the way you do nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Like, you know.
I like the way you don't fuss and squeal. I like the way your skin don't feel.
I hope I don't have to cut this up
I like
later.
the way you just lay there so still. I'm glad I chose to date you. It didn't take long to inflate you. I wish I'd known you long ago. Polyurethane, that's a pretty name. I know you won't play games with my heart. You're adorable and you're portable. Polyurethane, you're everything to me. I like the way your eyes don't blink. I like the
So, I don't know if you've gathered what the song is about, but it's about a sex doll that he has named Polyurethane. And that's like what a lot of his songs are kind of like, is just sort of provocative stuff like that. He's got a lot of other songs that I am shocked are not the reason that he got canceled. Like, it's just one of those things. I'm like, of course, this is the thing that gets him canceled, not the other things. And you know, I don't necessarily care about like him getting like, it's not that I don't care about people getting fired over what they say. I just this one seemed like a very stupid, pointless victory. Like, it's like, oh, congratulations, you have completely torn down the entire base of bullying on the internet because now some dude in Georgia can't play a squid at 2:30 in the morning for 15 minutes at a time on Adult Swim. Like, it just feels like you didn't really win anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That I just wanted to bring that up because I had thought about it recently, and I liked the actual first season. Like, it was good. It was just another Squidbillies season, and the jokes were great. The references to the fact that early sounded different was awesome. And yeah, now that we've had 20 minutes of me just yapping on and on and on, I guess it's time to do an actual to watch some stuff. Watch some stuff here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Fucking. Focus on me. Focus. Come on, man. Yep, there we go. All right, cool. Focused. All right. Thank you for all. I'm gonna say this 1,000 times just because, but thank you guys for bearing with me through any kind of technical difficulties and things like that. All right, got people watching. Got people watching. Got people watching. Got people watching me on the internet. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Here we go. Okay. So I just got some crazy videos for us to watch today. Got some other news stories that we can do. You know what? Let's get the news stuff over with because my mom likes the news stuff. So she kind of feels fair to make that. Go. All right. Here we go. Okay. Sorry. Typing in stuff. Typing in stuff. Typing in stuff. Okay. It's weird being like, is this the video? Is this the video? There was a new. See, now I hate when there was a video about these things, and now there's not. Here we go. Is this the video? Ah, God. See, all these things are like... I had links for these things, but anyway, whatever. I'm just going to go to this one first. So the first thing that I wanted to bring up here is Tennessee School District has voted to ban the Holocaust graphic novel Maus. This is Art Spiegelman. And he's a comic book artist that wrote this graphic novel here. I'm sure you've seen Oh gosh, I'm sure you've seen this book. You know, in places the cat with the swastika in front of it, and then the little mouse character in the front there. So there was a Tennessee school district. There was a school board in Tennessee that voted to ban the book from the school. Now, Mouse is a very heavy comic book. It's a very heavy novel, graphic novel, but it's one of those things that it could be very instrumental in, like, it could be very instrumental in making sure that, like, it's a more palatable way to learn about the horrors that occurred during the Holocaust, specifically the rounding up of people and the events that led to that, and people's, like, utter disbelief that this was something that could happen in their country. The book is not, like, it is something that when you look at it at first glance, you're kind of like, oh man, this is not for kids. But, you know, I mean, maybe it is important for children to have some historical works like this that, you know, no matter how horrifying they are, maybe it is better for those kids to have more palatable ways to learn about these things rather than just shelter them and pretend like these things didn't even exist. All right, let's look at the article itself. A Pulitzer Prize-winning graphic novel about the Holocaust has been banned by a Tennessee school district, prompting blowback from critics who say it's essential to teach children about the genocide. The 10-member McKinn County School Board voted unanimously earlier this month to remove Mouse from its curriculum and replace it with an alternative which hadn't been decided at the time of the vote. We are here because some people objected to the words and the graphics used in the book, board member Rob Shamblin said during the meeting, according to the minutes posted on the school board's website. The vote came ahead of Holocaust Remembrance Day. That's a move. It's a move to make right there. How do we celebrate Holocaust Remembrance Day? Well, you remember that comic that tells the story of the Holocaust? How about we just don't have that anymore? Take that off shelves completely. You know, for Holocaust Remembrance Month, let's take that book off the shelves. News of the January 10th meeting trickled out this week as the world was preparing to mark International Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is the anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp in 1945. I didn't know that's what it marked. I saw it on my calendar and I was like, that is something to say to people today. Hello. Happy Holocaust Remembrance Day. I didn't know that's what it was for, though. That's interesting. Nursery rhymes, though. You know. Kids need nursery rhymes. And books about how, like, everybody poops. Those are important. Nursery rhymes are important. Okay, Jamie? Right? They're important. Kids need to learn about fictional children who go up hills, grab pails of water, and then hurt themselves cranially on the way down the hill. They need to know these things. Mouse has played a vital role in educating about the Holocaust through sharing detailed and personal experiences of victims and survivors. The U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum said in the series of tweets, teaching about the Holocaust using books like Mouse can inspire students to think critically about the past and their own roles and responsibilities today. They're creepy. They are creepy. Nursery rhymes are creepy. You ever seen, oh my god, okay. There's some videos that we can watch if you think nursery rhymes are creepy, Jamie. There's some nursery rhymes. I can show you. They're German. Spoiler alert. They're German. German AF. But I saw another news story about a woman in a Texas school district. Let me see if I can find that one. Well, let me finish this, I guess. Mouse tells the story of author Art Spiegelman's relationship with his father, a Holocaust survivor, and it depicts Jews as mice and Nazis as cats. Spiegelman told NPR and WBUR's Here and Now on Friday that he felt jaw-dropping disbelief upon learning the decision. This has been used in schools for a very long time, usually from middle school on up, he said, in response to the board's stated concerns about objectionable words and nudity in the book. That is true, there is nudity in it. Spiegelman said the words are used judiciously, and the portrayal of nudity involves the depiction of his mother's suicide, not anything sexual. The book is hardly a presentation of bad language and hot sex, he told Here and Now. It's so far from that. The board said students should learn about the Holocaust, but Mouse is the wrong book. At issue are 8 cursed words and the image of a nude woman, according to McMinn County Schools Director Lee Parkinson. The board discussed censoring the language and imagery it deemed inappropriate, but ultimately decided to discard the novel outright. Jonathan Pierce, the board member who initiated the vote to remove Mouse from the 8th grade curriculum, and said during the meeting that the Holocaust should be taught in schools, but this is not the book to do it. Our children need to know about the Holocaust. They need to understand that there are several pieces of history that shows depression or suppression of certain ethnicities. It's not acceptable today, Pierce said according to the meeting minutes, but the wording in this book is in direct conflict with some of our policies. There's been a growing momentum recently among some Republican leaders to ban certain books in school, particularly those dealing with the issues of race and LGBT identity. LGBTQ identity. According to the American Library Association, the number of attempts to ban school library books was 67% higher last September than in the same month the year before. This isn't the first time Mouse has faced a ban. Russia pulled the graphic novel from bookstores in 2015 over the swastika depicted prominently on its cover, because the country was trying to eliminate depictions of the symbol as it commemorated the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in World War II. Okay. That seems a little... like, there's a reason they use the swastika on the cover, and I don't know 100% certainty that this is the reason why they use the swastika on the front cover, but I assume it's to shock you and to kind of remind you that, hey, does this make you uncomfortable to see? Good. We kind of don't want you to be comfortable seeing this symbol. Okay, I'll go on to this other news story that I was talking about. This other news story is about, there was a Texas school board. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Texas school leader tells teachers to balance Holocaust books with opposing views. Now, just brief moment of pause. Let us all take a moment to take a deep breath. And think about what the opposing views of the Holocaust are. So, if most of these books say that the Nazis were horrible, bad people who did horrible, bad things to innocent people in order to push a political agenda, they think we need opposing views to this statement. I don't think we do. I think that's one of those things that's just fine being left unopposed. Nazis are bad. We need an opposing view, according to this Texas school lady. Maybe I shouldn't call her a lady. Okay, so it's got a video here. Maybe we should watch the video and then we'll do the thing.
Lake, Texas last week advised teachers that if they have a book about the Holocaust, they should have a book from an opposing perspective, NBC News reported, citing an audio recording. Gina Petty, Carroll Independent School District's Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction, made the comment during a training session on which books were allowed in the classroom libraries. A staff member secretly recorded the meeting and shared it with NBC. Quote, "Just try to remember the concepts of House Bill 3979. Petty.
Hang on. Do they have the recording? I want to see if they have. Petty said during the meeting, referring to a new Texas law that requires educators to present multiple viewpoints for widely debated and currently controversial issues. Okay. I'm no politician, but a law that requires educators to present multiple viewpoints for widely debated and currently controversial issues sounds like a way for people to say, hey, Trail of Tears, not so bad after all. Hey, slavery, not bad at all. I actually read something that said there was like a post on one of these like right-wing pages that's like mostly black conservatives that was like most of the slave trade was actually perpetrated by blacks. Perpetuated by blacks. And it's like that. You know, I'm not going to pretend like I got an immediate argument for that, but that sounds wrong. I kind of doubt that most of the slave trade here in the United States was perpetuated by African Americans here in this country. At least not at the time. So it kind of sounds like they want to oppose things like it kind of sounds like they just want people like the white kids at their school to not be uncomfortable. Because I feel like right now there's a lot of sensitivity in the air about certain subjects. And one of those subjects that white people find themselves very sensitive about at the present moment is being referred to as a racist or a Nazi. And to me, that kind of means that you want these books that say, hey, these racist and horrible actions were mainly done by white people. You would probably want there to be some kind of law that says you want multiple viewpoints for that. Is all I'm saying. And make sure that if you have a book on the Holocaust, that you have one that has other perspectives. How do you oppose the Holocaust? One teacher asked. Believe me, that's come up, Petty said. Petty also reassured teachers and told them not to worry. We are in the middle of a political mess, said the recording. And you are in the middle of a political mess. And so we just have to do the best we can. I do know that if you feel like it's putting you at risk, she later said, I do know that. But I also know that we're going to do what's best for our kids and we're going to stand behind you on this. After the training session ended, a group of teachers gathered in a hallway to discuss what they heard. I'm offended as hell by somebody who says that I should have an opposing view to the Holocaust in my library. One teacher can be heard saying in recording obtained by NBC News. They don't understand what they have done, another replied, and they are going to lose incredible teachers, myself potentially being with them. So this is just scaring off all kinds of employees. Like, it's pretty nuts. Shit's getting pretty crazy as far as those things go. But Oh, what the? Da-da-da. Do. Oh, all right. I have other things to talk about. This was depressing. This was very depressing. This is very, very, very depressing. Oh my lord. Do I have anything wholesome to share? I've gotta have something wholesome. Actually, you know what? This is kind of wholesome. I've... Oh, shoot on a shingle. Here you go. Let's pull one out of the old chest. This one just says that escalated quickly. Oh. Oh. Okay. There you go. That escalated quickly. Let's see what this is. Hello? Come on. It's Domino's used. Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh, okay, so this is a... They call Domino's and Papa John's and they put them right across from each other so they can have a nice, I assume, friendly conversation.
What can we get started for you today? Come again?
Wait, what? Hello?
Thank you for calling Papa John's. What can we get started for you? Would you like to try our large one-topping pizza for $7.99?
No, this is Domino's Houston.
Domino's.
Ours is, it's actually $6.99. It's not Papa John's.
This is Domino's Houston. You're selling a large one-topping pizza for $6.99? Are you fucking kidding me?
And it's a 2-liter.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you trying to uppercut our prices? Is that what you're fucking doing? And you called us?
Wait, this is Papa John's?
Fuck you, Domino's. Pizza tastes like fucking
Papa
Oh my god.
bro,
I got
get the
fired
fuck
from
out of my
Domino's.
face, bro.
Domino's. They're not loyal
Yeah,
to their
because you couldn't make
customers.
it. Because you couldn't make
'Cause
it.
you
You're a
couldn't
make it.
car
Pull up
fucking
on us
pizza
then.
salesman.
Pull up on us. He said pull up on us. That's awesome. That's great. I want to believe that's real. I know that there's like a chance, obviously, because like they're blurred out and everything like that, but maybe they just don't want people harassing their personal Papa John's. You know? Whatever. You know what? I choose to believe that that's real. I choose to believe it. I choose it. That was pretty funny. Oh, man. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Do. All right. I got 2 people watching. And I know them. 2 people and only 1 like. Whichever one of you didn't like the stream, like it now. Like it and share it on your various social media accounts. Show them all your weird friend who likes to talk into cameras. 45 minutes. Man, I just blew past my usual time. I've been trying to like stream now for not as long as I can go, but like, you know, longer than I usually do. It's a lot easier now that I got my wife throwing content at me all the time. I got other friends throwing content at me all the time. And you know, I got people helped me out with this streaming stuff a lot more, and it's just it's actually been just such a blessing, and I appreciate you guys who have helped me, who you know who you are. Y'all know who you are. But yeah, I got more stuff here. I should there should be some stuff that I play more often. Like not like not oh god, what's it called? Specific videos, but I mean types of videos. Like I'm sure there's things I can play that are way more like risque, and I'm not necessarily gonna get in trouble for it because, well, you know, I'm not huge yet. I'm not like a big fucking channel. Oh my god, here it is. Jesus. You know, I have so much stuff saved in this computer right now for the show, that a lot of it ends up getting lost in some ways. Here is some wholesome ass content that I wanted to watch. This is from a Reddit called Next Fucking Level. I love it. Here we go. This is paragliding tandem with good boy. He's such a good boy. Look at him. Oh my god. Look at him. Look at him. Checked if he was okay with the harness. Teach him to come between my legs and run to take off. Oh wow. Oh. Oh my god. I can't wait to watch this dog fly with him. Look at him. Look at him. He's such a happy boy. Oh my god. Man, that dog's gotta be like, that's gotta be like close to tripping for an animal, right? Like, he's gotta be freaking out in some regard. Look at that face though. Look at him. It's like he's riding a flying dog. Oh my gosh. That Instagram looks like it's Uko Sam up there at the top. OUKA.SAM. If you guys want to watch paragliding dogs, you better go to that channel right now. I'll tell you who what. I'm loud. I'm a loud person. My stream condition keeps fluctuating, so hoping. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here. See, I was so sure. Like, what the hell? This ain't. Again, sorry to stop everything and do production shit in the background. Did you like that? You like that, dude? See, I'm like, see, I know I'm doing, like, there's, I got something to figure out here. You know? Dun, dun. Yeah, that's what I freaking thought, my guy. That's silly. I was doing stuff. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to organize things. Keeping things organized. I only have one social media. Well, then share it on that social media, you dip. God, what did I say? What did I say? I said share. So you share it. So you share it. Anyway. So I got something that I wanted to cover here that I thought was worth covering. And so right now there's a lot of we're in the time of the great resign. There's a lot of people all over the world right now quitting their jobs because people are starting to realize the actual worth of their labor, you know? Cause that's the thing about capitalism, is that it's inherently exploitative. Somebody's always got to be at the bottom just getting totally shit on. And a lot of those people at the bottom realize that, well, the bottom is the biggest part of the workforce. It's the base. It's the foundation. It's, you know. And so a lot of these people are starting to realize the worth of their actual work, and they're choosing now not to work. Well, not choosing, but I mean, like, they're leaving because they're striking. So this was a post that I saw about the Del Monte factory in Kenya. Del Monte Kenya Unlimited. They had a huge strike. 6,000 workers went on strike all at once. So we're gonna watch this little video because it's kind of heartwarming, you know, to see like this much people come together as a community and be like, hey, we are the working class of this little area, and we demand that we be compensated fairly for our labor. That's kind of heartwarming to me. So we're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna watch a video about, you know, this great resigning that's happening all over the world. So first, here it is. Over 6,000 workers at Del Monte Kenya Unlimited are on strike over inhuman working conditions. Del Monte declared the strike illegal. Workers vowed to strike until their demands are met. The strike goes on. All power to the Kenyan working class. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Look at that, man. Wow. Wow, this could be a whole movie all on its own. People power. That's really cool. Wow, that's incredible. I wish I knew what he was saying. I'm sorry I can't translate that accurately for anybody here. But yeah, that's happening all over the place. All over the place. Here right now, the two companies right now that seem to be at the center here in the United States of this conversation in particular are Kellogg's and Amazon, pretty much. You know, Amazon, of course, being a huge company. Their founder and current, I guess, CEO, Jeff Bezos, you know, he was able to launch himself into space on his own accord, which is, you know, something that requires a lot of money. Enough money that the rest of his workers are kind of like, well, shouldn't we be a little more fairly compensated? And, you know, maybe you guys should be hiring more people per fulfillment center and things like that. This seems like something that maybe they could try and do. But okay, where is it? I had a video. I had a video. That's the story of this show, is that I had a video. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. I friggin' found it. Bow, boom. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me put that on the screen. Concern it. There you go. Boom. Okay. So this is from Minimum Wage Don't Care. Quit that job. If you don't know who this is Trey Crowder. He used to go by the what was his old channel name? Southern Liberal. Sorry. Or the Redneck Liberal, I think it was. Liberal Redneck. But he does all kinds of videos like this that are very like pro-labor, pro-choice, pro-leftist ideals, and I'm here for it. I love it. Personally love it. Oh, hey darling. There's my baby in the chat. This is another video that you sent me. You're basically my producer. Give it a like, would you, darling? Anyway. And don't forget to share. Anybody still watching? I'm trying to get in the habit of like saying all these things now because it's like professional. Anyway. Let's listen to this. Alright, so this is refusing to go on working terrible job. This is a pretty long video, so let's see if we can't get the whole thing. Let's do it up on full screen. I love this face. I love when you pause a video just randomly and you get a really great face like this. I love that shit. Anyway, here we go.
Waves of Americans are refusing to go on working terrible jobs for insulting salaries, and conservatives are not happy about it. Now they try to go about their daily ritual of driving their truck up to a window and screaming at it until a chicken sandwich comes out, and when that doesn't work because all the employees are gone, they take to Facebook. What has this country come to? What happened to the days when Americans would work long hours without complaining about things like a living wage or basic human dignity? And
wait,
you hear this, it's like...
You were the first person to like it? Well, then that means... Mooch, Jamie, get off your fucking asses and like the video! That was loud. I'm so sorry. I'm really getting used to this whole, like, volume thing. I'm used to just kind of screaming. But, here we go. And you know what? This is a really good point that, some of the first people to complain that there's like a labor shortage when in reality it should be called a wage shortage. The first people to complain about the labor shortage are people who are typically conservative voters who vote for people who want these things to happen. You know, like they vote for people who typically believe that there shouldn't be any minimum wage at all. That minimum wage is like government overreach, basically. And that's just bullshit. Like, it should not be. But whatever. What's it called? But yeah, they're the first people to complain about it. Is the people that agree with the very laws and politicians that make those things such a common occurrence. Okay, here we go.
Man, y'all just really want slavery back, huh? Y'all still miss slavery that much? What is this insistence on licking the boot of these corporate overlords? Why is it so hard to understand that if they want people to continue sacrificing their health, time, and sanity by working for them in a pandemic, then they can compensate them commensurately for it, which, and I know it's a novel concept in this capitalist hellscape, means paying people enough money for both food and shelter. And if they need to sell off an art wing or a racehorse portfolio to do that, so be it. If they refuse to do that, then they can hang up a for sale sign and shut the fuck up. That's how shit works. There's nothing un-American about any of this. The movement isn't lazy, it's necessary. And I just think it's funny that it's happening at the same time as thousands of conservatives are walking away from their jobs because of their inalienable right to cough the plague onto your grandma. That's right. Apparently, if you leave your job because you're tired of being a faceless cog in an inherently disrespectful machine that refuses to acknowledge your worth as a human being, that makes you lazy and entitled. But if you leave your job because you refuse to take even the most basic of precautions in the middle of the greatest global health crisis any of us have ever known, that makes you a patriot and a freedom fighter.
You know, that is a very good point, that specific contradiction. And, you know, you see all kinds of examples of those contradictions in the conservative argument for being pro-business, especially. Like, businesses for years and years and years have been able to kick you out for not wearing shoes, not wearing specific attire, for just plumb being an asshole in their store because they don't like you or they don't want to serve you. That they have all kinds of rights to kick you out of that store if they truly want to. And as long as they're not doing it for some reason that's not completely under your control, then they're within their rights to kick you out. And most conservative people understood that line of logic for a long time, until stuff that they didn't want to do was on the list of stuff that they had to do. And it was like, look, you can put on the mask or you can get out of the store. And they're like, well, now I got a right to not wear a mask in the store. Look, I've made this argument before, and I've made this argument before on stream. I'm a nudist. I don't like wearing clothes at all. In my opinion, they're unnecessary. And in a lot of situations, they're unnecessary, you know. But that doesn't stop me from understanding that I live in a society with other people involved in it, and that I have to verbally and sort of just like subconsciously sign this social contract every time that I leave my house that says I'm not going to act in such a way that inconveniences the rest of the world around me. And you know, it's like, I don't walk into every store being like, hey, you guys are infringing upon my rights to be naked. Like, I don't consider there to be a clothes mandate. I just kind of consider it the way things to be. And, you know, like, you can comply or you can get out of the store. And I feel like a lot of conservatives agreed with that until it was something that they didn't like. Just like the, like when the gay wedding cake stuff was happening. They were all over being like, nope, the store's gotta serve the customer. Or not, I mean, the store doesn't have to serve the customer if they don't feel like it. They can tell them to fuck off if they don't agree with the thing that they want written on the cake. Like, I don't know. It was like they were fine with stores being able to make their own rules and, you know, be damned if there was, you know, like, if there was some opposition to it. It's like, nope, that's their private business. They're allowed to make whatever rule they want until it's mask up and stay 6 feet apart and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I live in a very small town with a lot of small stores, and those stores can't do the 6 feet apart thing. They're that small. So, like, you have to mask up. And if you're not going to mask up in a place like that, like, I mean, come on, man, how much more inconsiderate can you be? Like, and it feels really weird that, like, a lot of these people too are older, who would benefit the most from taking precautions in this day and age, but they don't, because it's a part of their freedoms that they say. The thing that I like most about this whole thing, though, about the anti-vax movement and stuff like that, is that now that Trump's gotten the vaccine, that whole like the whole Trumpublican thing is kind of falling apart because now Trump is vaxxed and boosted. He's gotten a booster shot. I haven't even gotten a booster shot yet. But it's like that's something that's gonna shake things up in the next election. But anyway, I didn't mean to go on such a tangent from this video, but I feel like that's kind of why I play videos in the first place, is to spark conversation. Here we go.
These people think they have the fundamental right to endanger the health and safety of those around them because they find that wearing a mask makes it a little harder to mouth breathe, and then they call everybody else entitled. My ass, man. But ultimately, I hope that both sides continue to leave their jobs. The former, because it's the right thing to do and the right message to send, and the latter, because we don't really need them dumbing up the works anyway. Love y'all.
There was a point that he made. Hang on a second.
I hope that both sides continue to leave their jobs. The fundamental right to endanger the health and safety of those around them because they find that wearing a mask makes it a little harder to mouth breathe.
Oh, right. Okay, the point that I was going to build off on that was they also love being like, you leftist libtards or snowflakes that can't handle any kind of opposition. You guys can't handle nothing. And all these stores are asking you to do is put on a mask, and it's like the end of the fucking world for you guys. It's not you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's just, it's rife with like, well, with signs that they're fascists, if we're being honest. Because, like, the enemy has to be both weak and strong at the same time. There's a few other points that they hit that I can't remember off the top of my head because, once again, I'm not some weird historian, political science student. I like taking pictures. That's my thing. Oh my lord. Alright, back on to crazy video shit. Here we go. Buffalo plows into a restaurant in China and sends man flying. Here we go. Get some volume in this. Oh my god. It was like Jaws. It was creeping up first. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Holy shit. Oh man. That's rough. Did that like catch in between his leg, or did that literally like stab him in the back of the knee? Let's see how he walks out. If he walks out. Boom. Okay, the slow motion shot. Alright, it looks like it just hooked his leg and then hooked him up over. Like, I can still see him getting pretty messed up from that, but I mean, like, yeah. There we go. What? How do you get into that room? Look how confused he is. I don't think he knows that he can get out of those doors. Yeah, he's like, that's a solid wall now. Much further obstacles and barriers keeping me from outside. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he figured it out. I wonder how they're going to keep that from happening again. Because, like, if that's all the wall they have, how do they not expect that to happen all the time? It's Tuesday. The bull's coming back. God damn. I said, God motherfucking damn. That was something there. Alright, more crazy videos. I don't know what I would do if that happened. I was just standing around waiting for my McDonald's or some shit, and all of a sudden, like, a bull comes around. Like, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. That one looked mad, too. I wonder what made him, like, charge forward. I didn't notice the guy doing anything that made him charge forward. This is just one of those things that makes you realize that animals are just ornery little assholes that are going to take over this planet, and we would do well to just let them have it, you know? Just a quiet de-escalation of the reign of human beings as the primary species on this planet. Not primary. There's another word for it. Apex? I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. More crazy videos. Here we go. Orange of Chaos. Let's see what this is. Boom, boom. Give me this. Doesn't look like there's any audio. Okay. It looks like we have a protest here. Oh! I guess that's the Orange of Chaos. Let's see what it does. Okay. Boom. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow, that really pops it all off, huh? Even the cameraman. Oh, shit. That really did. Wow, 12 seconds. 12 seconds for a whole ass mosh pit to occur. Damn. Damn. This is why I don't go to protests. I'm afraid of getting hurt. Although, I've gone to enough punk shows and just all kinds of different musical performances that definitely were more rowdy than some of the protests that I've seen. Goodness gracious. Wow. Been going for a while. You know what? I think I'm good to wrap this up. It's got enough material going on in it. I'm definitely going to clip the hell out of this stream and just put up a bunch more palatable videos up there. That's for sure. Anyway, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of the things. You know, join me in the next stream. It was so good seeing all of you and seeing you guys in the chat. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see you guys again and do this again. All right, be kind to yourself and each other. Love you guys. Mwah.